The home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Old Con Time Deion Sanders. That's right. Con Time is his new name because that's all he does. He's a big old con. And old Eddie Robinson Jr. done called his ass out. And all he could do in the press conference was sound like a freaking parrot. Here's Deion. If I ain't swag, who's swag? I'm not swag, who's swag? If I'm not swag, who's swag? And he said that shit like 3 or 4 times, man, like he had this epic comeback. Like he just put Eddie Robinson Jr. in his place. Nah, you didn't, con time. You might be conning these other people. You ain't conning me, man. You ain't calling nobody now, Deion, because I'm going to call your ass out, man. Your little high, elevated voice that you do is just a sign of nervous tick that you can't think of nothing else to say because you're just a con man. Let's talk about it. Well, here we are again. Another week of college football's in the books. I think this is what, week 6 now? So we're almost at the halfway point, if not the halfway point, right? And old Deion Sanders is the topic today. Old con time. That's right, no more prime time. You con time now, man. You con time. But before I get into old con time, I'd like to ask that you guys and gals like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, there's a little heart option underneath this video. Click on that. Throw a few dollars in the coffer, since I will tell you that as well at the end of the video. And this is the OCF. That's the Outlaw of College Football. Also known as JPC. That's Jesse Paul Clark on Facebook. Spelled JSSE without the I. Now, get right to it. Oh, con time. Mr. I was going to elevate my voice, because that'll make everybody think I'm funny, and they'll be scared to question me because they think I'm going to smack talk them to oblivion. No, man, people catching on to you, man. People are catching on to you, Deion. Just like Eddie Robinson said, man, you ain't got no respect for the profession. You ain't got no respect for anybody, really, except for Deion Sanders, man. You come in here and you throw out these stories about your childhood and stuff that's like, it's overplayed, man. We've all had issues in our childhood. More some than others, that's true. All you do is just come in there and talk about how you're disrespecting, how you want to be called Coach Prime. You have no respect, man. So nobody wants to call you coach. Not nobody that's afraid to actually voice their opinion. And all these other people are just trying to placate and play up to you. Like my coach Nick Saban, you know, he's the best at placating and patronizing people to try to get over and win recruits, which sort of aggravates me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, but that's another topic for another day for old Nicky boy. But Deion, if you want people to start calling you Coach Sanders or something like that, then you know down the road maybe they will. But with you acting like a clown and coming there and acting like some dude is trying to smack talk or have some kind of rap off against somebody, like you think you're some kind of black Eminem or some shit, that shit just ain't gonna fly, man. You come out of the locker room dressed up like you look like you think you're like 19 years old again, man. All you are is a 55, I don't know how old you are, 60-year-old man that just never grew up, man. You want the respect of an adult. You want the respect and the title of coach, but you don't want to respect others and earn it. Yeah, you've had a few good seasons with Jackson State. Big deal. There's a lot of people that's had good seasons with teams that are on a lower level like that. You know, division, whatever y'all in, division, was it FCS? HBCU, FCS, acronym here, acronym everywhere. But Eddie Robinson said, I hope you don't get a Power 5 job so that you can play us next year for homecoming. He wants to get at you. It sounds like he really wants to get at you, Deion, because he's tired of the con. Just like a lot of us are. We're tired of hearing your con, your little spiel that you do every time someone calls you out. Poor old Deion had it so rough. I had a single mother, worked 2 jobs. Well, so did I, Deion. You see me come in here and throwing that out every time someone calls me out. You see me come in here talking in a high-pitched voice, unless I'm imitating your parroting ass. Because that's all you sound like, man. You sound like a screeching-ass parrot that had the animal shoved up his ass. They couldn't think of nothing else to say. If I ain't swag, who's swag? How are you supposed to answer that question? Nobody. It's a question that nobody's going to be able to answer because it's just so vague. And number 2, you wouldn't shut up for anybody to answer. You kept saying it. Because all you are is an attention whore, man. All you care about is how something makes Deion look. You don't care about them kids that you recruited. You don't care nothing about them. And then mentioning your son as a Heisman Trophy candidate is a joke, man. He's not playing on a high enough level to be considered a Heisman Trophy candidate, in my opinion. And like I said, Eddie Robinson may mention if you're going to a Power 5 school and coaching. The team that does that is going to rue the day. Because that's going to be the time that Con Time is going to split. And everybody's going to know you for what you are, man. It's just like Dennis Green said, you are who I thought you were. You ain't nothing but a big old con, man. Like I said, you get these players to come play for you. You promise them all this crazy stuff, man, that you can't even fulfill. And you'll say that you don't, but you do, man. You get them in a room with some of your little famous buddies, and you sort of lure them in, and they commit to you, man. You know good and damn well that your ass went to Florida State, man. You didn't go to no HBCU school. Why didn't you go to HBCU school? It's so important. Why? Because you knew that the best way to get to the NFL was to play at a big school like that if they give you an offer. Now, sure, there's been kids that's made it to the NFL that played on an FCS level, but it's not as common as those that get the best of the best in college, like the Ohio States, Notre Dame's, Alabama's, Texas, Florida State, Clemson. All those teams, man, can give these players what they need to get to the NFL easier. And you fill their head full of crap, and you actually make it harder somewhat for them to make their dreams come true, man. And sure, there may be some of them that end up making their dreams come true that come out of your program. But for the most part, they're not. You know it. But you continue to do it, don't you? Because that's what you are. That's what con men do. Because all con men care about is them and how they look. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, like I said at the beginning, there's a heart option down here. Click on that. Throw a few dollars in the coffers. Get me off the YouTube teat. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams, class is now officially dismissed.